Hi, in this video, we are going to discuss problems involving average. Now, what is average? Well, if you have certain amount of numbers, let's say n numbers, and then the average of these numbers are just, you add up the sum of these numbers, and then you divide by the amount of numbers n. So this gives you an idea how large these numbers are. Okay, and of course, that just means the sum will be n times average. And these are the basic relations when you look at a problem about average. And we'll also discuss some tricks when you handle problems involving average. So let's start with the example. So here's the example. We have a class of 40 students, and the scores for the boys, we have average. So there are 24 boys, and the average is 84. And the girls, they score a little better. So see here, the concept of average give you an idea of the scores. The average for the girls is 86, which is 2 better than 84. Okay. And the question is, what's the average for the whole class? All right, so what should be the average? One obvious mistake we can avoid is that the average is not just the average of 84 and 86. Of course, the middle of 84 and 86 is 85. But it's not as simple, because the average should be the sum of boys' scores and girls' scores, right? All scores. And divide by n. And in this case, n is, we have 40 students. And in order to figure out the sum of all scores, you just use sum of the boys' scores, boys' score, and you add sum of girls' score. And the whole thing you divide by 40. And that's the definition of average. And meanwhile, we can find sum of boys' score using the sum equals n times average. So the sum of boys' score and in this case, the n will be 24 boys and average 84. And sum of girls' score there are 16 girls and the average is 86. All right, let's do the multiplication on the side. Maybe use this space, that's enough. 24, 84, product of two numbers, and 4 times 24 is 96, 8 times 4 is 32, and then you have 2 times 8, 16, plus 3, 19. We get a pretty big number. 6, 1, 0, 2. And 16 times 86, 6 times 6, 36, plus 1 times 6 is 6. So 36 plus 60, 96. 6 plus 8 is 48. 48. 4 plus 8 is 12. And we get 6, 7, 1, 3. 2016 plus 1376. The total is 2933. So you're supposed to get 3392 over 40, and you divide, and this, let me do it, try to do it in my head. 32 divided by 4 is 8. So you can use the calculator if you want. I think the answer is 84.8. Alright. So you see the answer is not 85, not the average between 84 and 86, right? And the whole point is because the number of boys and girls are different. You have 24 boys and you only have 16 girls. Okay, now are we satisfied once we solve the problem? Well, I'm not so satisfied because I spend a lot of time doing these multiplications. So let me describe to you a little trick where you can try even do this with mental math. What you do is the following, because in this case, all the numbers are around 84. So why don't we just get rid of 84? Okay, the average for boys is 84. The average for girls is 84 plus 2. So let's just get rid of 84 and subtract by 84, then we add it up. Okay, so we basically look at the score above 84. Above 84, now what happens? Well, sum of the boys score above 84 is 0. Because the average is 84, so it's a 24 times 0, which is 0. And girls above 84, that's 16 times 2, and this is something I can do in my head. That's 32. So the total is 32, and you divide by 40, and that gives me the average above 84, which is 32 divided by 40 is 0.8. And you see, I add back the 84, I get the same answer. So I can even do this in my head without resorting to writing down all these multiplications. And I get the same answer. So I think the second method is better. So for these type of average problems, maybe we can set a benchmark, in this case 84, and see how far away the average is from the benchmark. Right? And for the girls, it's slightly higher, and you do this multiplication, and in the end, you see the average is 0.8 higher than the benchmark 84, so the answer is just 84.8. Now we look at our second example. So in this case, well, we have again somebody taking tests. So Bob has been taking 4 tests with average score 84. Now he's not happy with the 84 average. He said, okay, I still have 1 more test left. I want to improve it to 88. The question is what he needs to score in order to improve the average to 88. So how do we do this problem? Well, if the average is 88, then we would know the total score. So this multiplication will be sum of all 5 tests. Right? And this will be, we multiply 440. And meanwhile, the previous 4 tests, the total score will be given by 84 times 4. And this is sum of 4 tests. So this multiplication, again, this is not as easy as 88 times 5. I cannot do in my head, so let me do it on side. 16, 132, so 33. 336. Okay, so we know the sum of 5 tests, the sum of 4 tests. The last test, the score will be 440 minus 336 will be 104. Okay, so that solved the problem. So this is rather an easy problem to solve. But I want also to illustrate that with mental math, you can even do it easier. So what's mental math? We set the benchmark with 84 points. So let's look at above 84. And the previous 4 tests, because the average is 84, there's 0 points above 84. And for 5 tests, well, I need, what is 88 minus 84? That's 4. This we can do in the head. So we need to be 4 points above for 5 tests each. So that means I need to do 4 times 5, 20 points above. And all these 20 points above the 84 is achieved in the last test. So which means the last test, I should get 84 plus 20, 104. Okay, I think again the second method is easy. Alright, you may question this problem and say, okay, there's no test which allow you to score 104 points. You are right. So the moral of the story is that do not score the average 84. Try to get better scores before the last test. Don't wait till the last test to improve the averages. Alright, this is our first video for the average.